Hi, I'm Jaime Koch with NRHA and Hardware Retailing Magazine. As part of our promise to you to be your go-to resource for how-to management tips and new product information, we have developed a set of vlogs for the year, or video blogs, to keep you up to date on the latest information that will help you become better, more profitable merchants. Every month, I will bring you a how-to management tip in my vlog, and Dan Trottenchek will be sharing his favorite new products from the month in his vlog. Today, we're going to be going over developing metrics for your operations. Developing metrics is an important way to ensure that your operation is competing at its highest level of efficiency. Not only do metrics build awareness and understanding of what is important in your operation, but it also helps build and assign a value to those intangible qualities with actual numerical data that you can use to compare and utilize. Now, sometimes it's hard to know what exactly to measure and how to measure it. So hopefully today's vlog will give you some ideas for places to get started so you can evaluate your business today and make positive impacts on the future. So when you think about metrics, I suggest breaking it down into 3 digestible parts. First, you want to figure out what you need or what you want to measure. Then you want to figure out how to measure that category. And finally, you'll want to establish what to do with that data once you get it. So to start out, figure out what you want to measure. Maybe you want to look at how successful your customer service strategy is, or maybe you want to see how efficiently your inventory management process is working. Check out the January issue of Hardware Retailing Magazine to get some other ideas and tips as well on areas. So once you determine what areas you may want to measure, the next step is determining how you're actually going to measure that area. If, for example, you're trying to establish a metric for your advertising strategy, well, we know on average that home improvement retailers spend about 2.5% of their overall sales on advertising. Now, some retailers will tell you that this is unrealistically high, while others say it's negligently low. So how do you figure out what's right for you? I suggest you take that information and ask yourself a couple questions, like, have you made changes to your store recently? Is there a new competitive threat in town? Are you aggressively trying to change your brand image? These answers will help you determine where you feel comfortable setting your budget level. Once you've established what and how you're going to measure the category and you've collected the data, now we've reached the final step. I like to think that this is the most important step and unfortunately the most overlooked step. Figuring out what to do with what you've measured. Now, there are a lot of ways to use metric data once it's collected, from the obvious of making policy changes based off the negatives that you get to promoting the positive results. Sometimes it's hard to determine what exactly the metric is telling you, though. So let's take the advertising example I said before. To figure out if your current plan is working, ask your customers. How do they find out about your store? How do they feel about your advertising? How do they feel it stacks up to the millions of retailers that they're getting proposed to every day? Use the responses to determine what your strongest forms of advertising are and which ones you think you can do without. I hope this vlog has helped inspire you to take another look and develop some easy metrics for your operations. It's pretty easy to say we're perfect at everything, but developing and analyzing metrics makes us really assess our true outputs. Again, make sure you check out that January issue of Hardware Retailing for more details and suggestions for developing metrics. And don't forget to check out Dan Trottenchek's vlog on his favorite new products from the market. Thanks for watching.